Blade Runner 2049's technology design is another retro-futuristic world created by Denis Villeneuve and his team. By blending the sleek with the gritty, this movie creates a vision of the future that's both dreamlike and believable. In this video, we'll explore how they blended cutting-edge concepts with constructionism. Let's start with the iconic Spinner, the flying car that's become synonymous with the Blade Runner universe. In 2049, we see K's Spinner, a Peugeot model that perfectly encapsulates the film's design philosophy. On the ground, it's a sleek, low-profile vehicle with gull-wing doors that add a touch of drama to every entry and exit. The exposed mechanical elements hint at its transforming ability, while the weathered exterior reminds us that this is a working vehicle in a harsh world. In flight, the Spinner becomes a massive, hovering presence. Its angular, almost brutalist design speaks to function over form, fitting perfectly into the dystopian cityscape. The dark utilitarian aesthetic is a far cry from the sleek flying cars of other sci-fi futures. One of the most striking features is how the Spinner seamlessly integrates its ground and flight systems. The illuminated undercarriage serves both as landing lights and as a futuristic accent when cruising the neon-lit streets. Moving from vehicles to cityscapes, Blade Runner 2049 presents us with a world where technology has literally reshaped our environment. Massive holographic advertisements tower over the city, blurring the line between the physical and digital worlds. This image perfectly captures the film's themes of artificial intimacy and the overwhelming presence of technology in everyday life. The ads themselves are a fascinating mix of the familiar and the futuristic. We see known brands like Coca-Cola rendered as giant, floating 3D objects. These adverts don't just sell products. They reshape the very architecture of the city with light and color. But it's not all flashy holograms. Blade Runner 2049 excels in its depiction of functional, everyday technology. Take, for example, the memory creation device used by Dr. Anna Stelline. This machine is a perfect example of the film's retro-futuristic aesthetic. It features analog-style circular dials with precise markings, multiple interconnected rings for fine adjustments, and physical buttons. The device's metallic construction and worn appearance suggest that even in a world of replicants and flying cars, technology still requires a human touch. It's a brilliant blend of old-school precision instruments and advanced 3D creation tech. This approach extends to the film's depiction of computer interfaces. In K's Police Spinner, we see a dashboard that mixes futuristic displays with physical controls. The autopilot system uses a 3D terrain map that feels both futuristic and reminiscent of 80s computer graphics. In the LAPD headquarters, we find Madam's workstations with multiple screens of various sizes and aspect ratios. This series of displays gives a cobbled-together practical feel that's far more believable than the sleek, uniform setups often seen in sci-fi. Even in the high-tech world of the Wallace Corporation, we see this blend of old and new. Their memory storage system uses what looks like a chunky physical monitor with a blue CRT-style screen to access hyper-advanced AI archives. This contrast between cutting-edge capabilities and seemingly outdated hardware is a key part of Blade Runner 2049's visual language. It creates a world that feels both fantastically advanced and grimy tactile. Throughout the film, we see technology that's not just aesthetically pleasing, but functional and lived in. From the protective gear worn by protein farmers to the security systems in abandoned buildings, every piece of tech tells a story about the world and the people who use it. As we look at our own rapidly advancing technology, it's worth considering. Will our future look more like the clean, minimalist worlds of some sci-fi or the complex, layered reality of Blade Runner? Only time will tell. And as always, thanks for watching.